Indices and metals have posted a recovery since the Asia and Europe session today, while oil and gas is traded with modest bearish bias. I can say oil specifically is traded with the bearish bias. So, can we expect this recovery in indices and metals to continue, and is energy going to stay bearish? What is going to be our expectation for the day with the US session and with the data coming in? How to profit today, we are going to see with the help of charts and indicators. This is the second update for the day. Those who had watched the first update must have already profited. And in this update, we are going to see first gold, followed with silver, then crude oil, and followed with Nasdaq, Nat gas, and in the end, Nasdaq 100 and Dow Jones. So do watch till the end. Chapters are included in the video so that you can skip to your favorite instrument. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. It is a great motivation and support. Do join the free Telegram channel for live market updates and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Press the bell icon for notifications as well. Let's start. Now let's have a look on gold with on the hourly charts. On the hourly charts, gold, if you look at it, is for first of all, a greater consolidation was seen at the lower end here, and since then we have seen it retracing. One observation here was the divergence of the price from the moving average. It is converged here. Now the 20 period moving average giving it a little resistance. That is another observation. Now if you look at these four candles cut across these, you will find that there is greater support which is seen here. Earlier in the day, I have mentioned that you can buy gold at 2035, 23, 35, 36 and expect 41, 42 as the first resistance zone. It has achieved this. Now what is happening? Look at these four candles. Higher highs are seen. And now this candle is going to decide the direction it is willing to take. And once it stays 23, 48, 50, you can say now it will turn bullish here. So 48.50 is the zone where you can initiate a buying entry and expect it to move towards 23.55, the first target, and then beyond 23.55 is where we can expect little bullishness. The stochastic dropping sharp. MACD has crossed over here at the bottom, looking up first, trading bullish. RSI is rising as well. On the 2-hour, now see on the 2-hour charts, look at this nice strong base is created here. After that, we have seen it rising, but only concern point here is the diminishing bullishness and then an indecision candle. So now if the gold prices drops below this zone, which is 23, 38, 36, you can say little bearishness. Rather, I will say our selling entry should be only below 23, 35 levels, below which we can expect slight bearishness, else it is still not to be treated. The stochastic here is overbought. MACD has crossed over here at the bottom, trading with little divergence. This suggests that possibly gold might continue with little bullish bias. RSI has come out of the oversold zone. Coming to 3 hour. Now look at 3-hour charts. The bearishness was sharp, reversal sign, and since then we have seen gold trading bullish here. Also, if you look at 4 to 5 candles it took to just erase the losses from one candle. Now this suggests that the bullishness is not carrying the momentum which we have seen with the bearish bias here. Now, thus it is important for gold to now break beyond this zone at 48.50 and beyond 23.48, 23.50 zone is where little bullishness can be expected. If you look at stochastic, this is rising. The MACD, if you look at it, has seen a sharp drop. It is trying to converge. It is not yet crossed over. RSI is just at the verge of coming out of the oversold zone. If one or couple of greener candles, and then we can say more bullishness may prevail. Coming to 4-hour chart. Now look at 4-hour chart. See, diminishing bearishness here. I earlier suggested that see the candles have diminished. Body size is decreasing. Then there is a reversal sign. This is first bullish candle. The preceding candle is a swing candle. Now that is also suggests that as long as now 23, 35, 30, 36 levels are not taken, we can expect it to reverse. We can expect it to move towards 23.50 and plus levels. So this is something we should watch out for. Yes, a preceding candle is a swing candle. What the current candle may try to do best is to create higher lows and then reverse on the upside and continue on the upside. Stochastic rising. The MACD is bearish, trying to converge. It is not yet crossed over. RSI is coming out of the oversold zone. Coming to daily. Before you look into daily charts, if you want to learn this art of trading, be a part of my 31st mentorship batch starting 10th of June. Register yourself now. Reach out to me for details. Yes, I am going to share all the tools, techniques, strategies, and the trade setups with the help of which you can trade profitably and comfortably. Do not miss to join. Write an email or ping me on Telegram for your queries related to the services. Else, you can be part of my signals channel on Telegram where trading as per the signals also you can profit. And those who had asked me to recommend a broker, the recommended broker link is also there in the channel and video description. And yes, it offers a free account with the lowest spread so that you can save much of your capital and there are no hidden charges, so you can trade safely. Now look at the daily charts for gold. First of all, see two sharp bearish candle, and in this couple of candles, it is erased the gains for last couple of weeks. You can see this; all the gains are erased. It has come to this zone again from where this rise was seen. Now, if you look at what it has done today, it has started on the lower note here. It is trying to rise. Now there are critical resistances on the upside 23.48.50 first, 23.54.55 the second. Once it stays above 23.54.55 levels, we can say that the bullishness might increase, and I will expect it to move towards the 20 period moving average sitting at around 23.61.62 levels. Now this complete zone between 23.60 and 70. Yesterday also we have seen gold struggling to break beyond 23.68.70 zone. So if today gold breaks beyond 23.61.62, you can expect it to move towards 23.68, and once it stays beyond 23.68, it might stay bullish and erase all the losses from yesterday. That is one point you should notice. On the downside, a selling entry I will recommend is at 23.35. If you see gold staying below 23.35, sell here. Expect 23.30, 23.25, and below 23.25 is where we will look forward to bearishness towards 23.18, 23.10. 23.10 is one very strong support. Below 23.10 is where further bearishness is going to be seen, which is going to take the price to below 2300 levels as well. Take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at silver. Now see silver on the hourly charts, it has formed a good support here, and that is what I have mentioned in my earlier update. Now see, look at this candle, this bullishness and this bullishness. You can see that the bullishness getting diminished. That is one observation. Higher lows are seen. That is second observation. But here is the resistance here. Thus now 2360 has become a level which it needs to break and stay above in order to move towards 2375.80, and any move beyond 3080 should be a bullish consideration. So now 3075, 3080 is the zone which you should watch out for. Now I will recommend a buy at 3060 levels. When you see a lower prices above 3060, you can initiate a buying entry. So because we have seen last three candles getting a stronger resistance there. The stochastic overbought, MACD is bullish, and RSI is flat. On the 2 hour charts, if you look at on the 2 hour charts, you see first of all, one must notice that the prices were divergent from 20 period. It has converged. It is struggling to break beyond 20 period and might try to move towards the 50 period moving average, or in fact the next resistance zone at 31. That is something it can try to do. What it is doing right now, lower highs, lower lows. Where are the lows here? 23.75.80 zone, possibly achievable. Stochastic overbought. MACD has hit a lows here. It has crossed over, trading with divergence, looking upwards. Might try to invite bulls. RSI rising from the bottom, coming to 3 hour. Look at the 3 hour charts here. See symmetrical formation, reversal signs. Since then, we have seen a couple of bullish candles. Now the 50 period moving average giving it a resistance. And if you draw a parallel here, you can see these lows are beautifully connected, and the highs, if you connect here, you will find 3075, 3080 as an achievable level. So now, if you see silver is staying about 3060 levels, that is lower price above 3060, you can initiate a buying entry there. Stochastic is rising. The MACD is bearish here, trying to converge crossover. It is not yet crossed over. RSI is staying flat. Coming to 4 hour. On the 4 hour charts, reversal sign, 3 bullish candles. See, flat top is what you can look at. You have seen earlier fewer candles. See, none of the candles closing above this 3060 level. That it is very, very important for silver now to stay above 3060, and beyond 3060 is where we can look forward to 3075.80 and $31 levels. Else, it is getting a very, very strong resistance zone. And in between 3020 and 3060, we have to be watchful. If you look at the stochastic, this is rising. The MACD is bearish. It is trying to converge, and RSI is almost staying flat. Coming to daily charts. Now look at daily charts. What has happened? See, prices were divergent from the 20 period. It has converged here. Second observation here is the bearishness getting diminished. You can see the candle size is getting smaller here. And now what it has done, it has started the day with a bearish note. It has formed a tail and now trying to rise. What it can do the best, it can try to erase the losses from yesterday, which means it can in fact move towards $31 levels. Possibility is there, and a strong possibility is there. And thus it is important for silver now to stay above 3060 levels in order to confirm further rise. The stochastic has dropped sharp. The MACD is a concerning point because it was trading with too much of divergence. It has converged here. It has not yet crossed over, and it is still at an elevated level, so it has still a lot much of room on the downside. RSI coming out of the overbought. Considering this, a buying entry in silver today is at 3060 levels now, and beyond 3060 you can expect it to move towards 3075, 3080. First target $31, the next levels. And on the downside, remember, as long as 31 is not taken, you can expect it to reverse Do not think that it is always going to be a unidirectional move, and once you enter at 3060, it is direct going to land at $31 levels. There are swings, and thus you should know the support levels on the downside. Now 30, 20, 30, 10 is the zone which is going to provide it a key support, and let me include $30 as well, which is a psychological support. Below $30 levels, there are going to be a strong bearishness which can take the prices towards 29.75 and 29.50. 29.50 is the next strongest support for silver if it continues trailing bearish here. So take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at crude. See, oil has started the day on a bearish note. It has failed to break beyond 71, which was the buying entry as we have discussed few hours back in our first update, and the selling was at 76.5. Since then, it has moved towards 76. Now, achieving the levels, it is now trying to recover, and now we should notice that it is coming to the first resistance zone at 76.5. Now, I will say that it's still riskier for oil to for us to buy oil here as long as 77 is not taken. Very clear here. Also, we can see that the zone it is trying to trade is this. The top of the channel is now at 77. The stochastic at the bottom trying to bounce back. MACD is bearish trying to recover. RSI hitting the bottom and trying to rise. Coming to 2 hour, look at 2 hour charts here. If you draw and connect the lines here, you will find all these 4 drops are beautifully connected. And if you connect the lines here, you will find that right now it is falling shy and short of the highs of the channel. Where are the highs of the channel? Now at around 77.3, 77.5 levels. So yes, if you see oil staying beyond 77, but again it is going to be a bit riskier towards 77.3, 77.5. Stochastic at bottom trying to bounce back. MACD is bearish and RSI is at bottom. Coming to 3 hour chart. On the 3 hour chart, see diminishing bullishness and then increased bearishness is what we have seen. Look at the connection here, beautifully connected here. Once you see it is staying beyond 76.8 and 77 zone is where we can look forward to a rise towards 77.3, 77.5 as the first target, and then in fact we can expect it to move towards 78. The stochastic rising from the oversold. MACD is bearish and RSI is at bottom. Coming to 4 hour, look at 4 hour chart. See, prices converge towards 2050, and again it is divergent. It can converge towards 2050, which means 77.5, 78 levels are achievable. But right now it is not showing much signs of it. And yes, we have to wait for it to break beyond 76.8, 77 zone in order to confirm further rise. On the downside, now another point to look at here is if it drops below 76, 75.9 zone, we are looking forward to a good drop towards 75. Remember this fact. The stochastic at bottom, MACD bearish and RSI is at bottom. Coming to daily, see on the daily charts what has happened. The day has started on a bearish note. It has already achieved the lows. Now it may try to recover from the current levels. Why it could recover? See, the bearishness has diminished here. The preceding candle is a swing, and thus as long as it respects 76, 75.9 zone, I would expect it to bounce back, and this recovery can be stronger enough for it to move towards 78 or in fact higher levels. Possibilities there. So if you see it staying beyond 76.8, 77 zone, just initiate a buying entry there. Stochastic oversold, MACD is divergent and bearish, and RSI hitting the bottom. So looking at this, buy at 76.8, 77 zone, expect it to rise towards 77.3, 77.5, and in fact 78 levels. On the downside, now a selling entry I will recommend is 76.276 zone, which is going to be a greater support zone. Below this, you can expect it to drop towards 75.5, and in fact 75 levels might get achieved. So take your positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now let's have a look at natural. See, natural gas, as we expected and discussed, that it is trading bearish here. It is overbought slightly, and that is what we have done. Only thing is it has breached this bullish channel as well, and it has come to the support levels here at 2.88. Now below 2.88, we may look forward to a fall towards 2.85 and in fact 2.8. And also we have seen 2.8 and 2.78 are the two levels which are going to play a major role for net gas in the near future, because below this certainly more bearishness is going to be seen. The stochastic at bottom, MACD is bearish and RSI is also bearish here, looking downwards. On the 2 hour chart, see, look, it is consolidated here. It has got its resistance intact at 2.95. Now see where it has come to. It has come to the triple bottom levels and finding it a very good support in between this zone. Thus this zone between 2.88 and 86 is going to remain critical for net gas for today. Stochastic dropping sharp, MACD is bearish and RSI has dropped as well. Coming to 3 hour chart. On the 3 hour charts, as you'll see, it is breaching the support levels here from the 20 period moving average, and see it is also breaching this triple bottom support level. So once net gas drops below 2.86 levels, we can expect a drop towards 2.84 2.4 and 2.81 levels, and then in fact 2.7876. Now this is the support zone which I do not think so that net gas should break, because see what is happening. And also if you notice this, see first rise retracement towards the zone, second rise it could retrace towards the zone and then bounce back. So it is an expanding triangle in which it may try to trade. Stochastic rising, MACD is divergent and bearish, and RSI has dropped here. Coming to 4 hour, look at 4 hour chart. See, it is breaking here. It is coming out of the support zone. So once it stays below, in fact, 2.87, you can take a sell entry, but then 2.854, 2.84, 2.85, very, very good support levels. And then 2.8, 2.81 levels are the next support zone, which it may like to achieve. Below this, 2.7678, the strongest one, which I do not think so that it is going to break it very, very soon. Stochastic is oversold, MACD is divergent and bearish, and RSI has dropped here. Coming to the daily. Now look at the daily charts. Preceding candle, a swing candle, we have seen it is striking the highs at 3.14 and reversing from there. Now it has come to the support levels and the lows which it has seen yesterday. Thus it is important for net gas to now show a pull below 2.8687 zone, and then towards 8.8, 2.8 it can try to move. And if it breaks 2.8, we can see it erasing the gains from this candle and move towards 2.7678 levels. The stochastic dropping sharp, MACD is in green trying to converge, and RSI is overbought trying to come out of it. So looking at this, very simple, buy at 2.94 levels and sell at 2.87. See, buying entries are now a bit far below above, because we have seen it is striking and getting resistance at 2.94. Though you can buy at 2.92, but it is going to be risky till as 2.94 is not taken. Be watchful of this. Beyond 2.94 is where we can say that the bulls will take over, and then we can look forward to 3.0 to the first levels, and then 3.1 can also be. On the downside, a selling entry is at 2.8786 zone, below which 2.8485 first target zone, 2.8, 2.81 the next, and then the most important one is at 2.7678. Take your positions accordingly. Do join the mentorship batch and the signals channel. Now let's have a look at Nasdaq. Tech 100, after the sharp drop towards the support levels at 650, 550 levels, we have seen it recovering. And right now I can see this, it is trading in this bullish channel here, where higher lows and higher highs are seen. Now if you look at the highs are now well above 18,710, and then the next critical levels is at 18,750, 760. So these are the two levels which Tech 100 needs to break. Right now I can see the prices were divergent from the 20-50 period moving average. It is trying to converge. I see that 18,700, 710 should be achieved at any point of time today. Even if it is bearish, it may try to achieve those levels. Stochastic back to overbought. MACD has crossed over here at the bottom, trading with slight divergence and bullishness. RSI is flat. Coming to 2 hour. On the 2 hour chart, the observation is similar. If you just connect the dots here, dots here, you will find that it is almost at the top of the channel. It is very, very important now for our Nasdaq 100 to break beyond 18,710, 18,750 zone, which is going to be a greater resistance for our Tech 100 for today. If it breaks beyond this zone, then only we should treat this as bullish. Now also look at the 2 hour charts here. It is rising. It can form a tail here. It can move towards 18,650, and then in fact we can see a stronger rise from those levels towards 18,710, 750. Stochastic rising, the MACD is bearish trying to converge, RSI is flat. Coming to 3 hour charts, the observation is similar. It has come to take the support from the 50 period. It is sitting beautifully here at 50 period moving average. And if you just connect the dots here, you will find that this is the parallel channel in which it is trying to trade, and it still rise to the top here. The second observation here is, look at the 3 hour chart, the drop here, reversal sign, one bullish candle, couple of retracement, another bullish candle. And now the support levels here on the downside are towards 18,620, 600. So this is the zone that is a selling entry I will recommend is now at 18,600. But even if you're selling at 18, rather you can sell at 18,620 itself, but then 18,600, 580 and 550 are the three support levels which it needs to break in order to stay bearish here. If you look at stochastic, this is rising, the MACD is bearish, the RSI is flat. Coming to 4 hour, look at 4 hour charts here, flat bottom, that is where 18,620 is, and higher highs. Thus it is important for it to break now 18,700, 710 zone, which is going to be a good resistance, and then 18,740, 750. Rather I will say this complete zone between 18,700 to 750 is something you should watch out for. Very, very good resistance is seen here, and the 50 period moving average is definitely proving out to be greater support as well. Stochastic rising from the oversold, MACD bearish, and RSI is also flat here. Coming to daily. Now look at the daily chart. See yesterday what a strong pull we have seen from the top of this bullish flag formation here. It has completed the journey from the to the bottom in a single day, and now the median is at 18,800. If you take the journey from 18,950, to 18,550, it is almost 400, and the median now is at 18,750. So yes, the highs here at 18,950, lows at 18,550, median at 18,750. So it is very important for Tech 100 to break beyond 18,750 levels today. And once it stays above 18,750, that will confirm that it is staying bullish. Else it is still not bullish. What it can happen? It can retest towards the 50 period or 50% of the complete move, and then reverse from here. Why it could reverse? First, it is trading with divergence from the 20 period moving. Second is, this is the first bearish candle. It can deliver a second bearish candle from. But right now, I will say, as long as 18,550 levels are not taken, do not treat this as bearish. You can find out these four candles. You should look at 18,550 is definitely greater support. Stochastic looking down, MACD is in green trying to converge, and RSI is near to top. So looking at this, buy here at 18,700, 710, or rather those who want to capture a few further points here, you can buy 18,690, expect 18,710, then 18,730, then 18,750. Three levels here, 20 points each. And once it stays beyond 18,750, 760, you can say now the bulls will take over, and we can look forward to 18,800 and 1850 levels. And then beyond that, it should be trading bullish, else it is still not bullish here. As long as 18,750, 760 is not taken, the bears will not be interested here. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry. Selling entry you can take at 18,620 levels, but 600, 580, 553 support levels. And once Tech 100 draws below 18,550 today, we are looking forward to a good drop, which may in fact take the prices towards 18,480, 450 levels, and 18,400, 380 levels as well. Remember this time. Take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at Dow Jones. See, if you look at US 30 on the hourly charts, rise, retracement, higher lows, then the rise, then the retracement. It could retrace towards 39,050, but still I will not say, as long as 39,050, 040 is not taken, we should not be treating US 30 as bearish. And once it draws below 39,050, 040, we can look forward to 39,020, below which you can expect it to drop below 38, 970, 950, and in fact 38,900. What is happening here? It is waiting for the 20 periods to come down, and 20 period moving average is right now at 39,180 levels, which is achievable. And in fact, I will expect it to move towards 39,300 to 400 levels, towards the median and towards the 50 period moving average. But right now it is staying bearish. It is looking downwards. Stochastic overbought, MACD is bullish here. RSI has just come out of the oversold levels. Coming to 2 hour, look at 2 hour charts, rise, retracement, and see both the times it has failed to break below this support. The 39,050, is going to be a greater support. 39,150 is going to be a greater resistance. In between these 100 points, let's not take any position here. Stochastic rising, MACD is bearish trying to converge, RSI is oversold. Coming to 3 hour, look at 3 hour charts here. Retracement is done. It is trying to reverse here. Again, I will wait for 39,050, 040 levels, and then 39,020 levels. If these three levels are taken, we are staying bearish in US 30. Stochastic rising from oversold, MACD is bearish trying to converge, RSI is oversold. Coming to 4 hour, look at 4 hour charts. First a reversal sign, then red, red, green, and now it is trying to squeeze a bit here in this zone. Once it stays beyond 39,150, stay bullish. We are looking forward to a stronger rise towards 39,200, 300. In fact, 39,400 levels are also possible. Stochastic oversold, MACD bearish, and RSI is at bottom. Coming to daily. Now see, on the daily charts, three bearish candles are done. It is trading in this bearish channel here. The lows at around 39, 38,900, 38,800 are very strong support zone. Now what has happened here? It has started the day on a flatter note, and it has resumed its continued its bullishness or continues its retracement here. So now once it stays beyond 39,150, you can look forward to 250, 300, and in fact 350, 400 levels, which are achievable levels. Second thing is, the moving average is just crossed over. It is again are trading with divergence and are staying on the buying zone. We have to wait for it to break below 39,000 levels in order to say further bearishness. Stochastic oversold, MACD here has just crossed over. This confirms that still bearishness is there. Remember this fact. It has just crossed over. It is trading with divergence, and it suggests that even if it rises towards 39,200, 300 levels, we can expect a possible recovery on the downside, possible drop on the downside. RSI has dropped as well. So looking a buying entry in US30 is only at 39 150 levels, where we can expect it to move towards 39 to 2250 levels, 39 to 8300 levels, and then if it breaks 39 300, we can look forward to 39 400. Now remember this point, that as long as 39 400 is not taken, the prices can reverse and it can crash sharply, though it is going to be difficult for it to then break below 39,000 levels. But yes, as long as in fact 39 300 200 levels are respected, possibly we can see a very strong reversal on the downside. Thus a possible sell entry can be taken as highs, but only if you are confirmed that it is going to reverse, then and then only. Else you can take a sell entry at 39,040,050 levels, wait for it to break below 39,000 39,020 levels, and then we are looking forward to 38,950, 38,900, and then 38,800. 38,800 is a greater support. Take your positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch. Join my signals channel. Do join the free Telegram channel for live updates. Do watch the weekly review tomorrow. Do not miss to watch it. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead and a happy weekend. Thank you.